A long flight does not test your sleep trick at boarding. It tests it 5 hours later, when your mouth is dry, your knees are stiff, your neck is tired, the cabin is cold, and the person behind you has opened the window shade for no reason. That is when most plain sleep hacks fall apart. So for this video, I did not want to give you another random list of travel tips. I researched the tricks people swear by, checked what airlines and medical sources say about sleep, light, movement, food, and jet lag, and looked closely at what senior travelers with years of long-haul experience keep repeating. Then I treated a 14-hour flight like a real sleep test. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what actually helped, what only looked useful online, and what could make your next long flight feel less exhausting before you even land. And stay with me, because number 4 looks too simple to matter, but it can change how your legs, back, and feet feel when you step off the plane. Number 10. The neck pillow test. A neck pillow is not supposed to feel soft. It is supposed to stop your head from falling. That is where most passengers get tricked. They buy the pillow that looks thick, fluffy, and comfortable, then wrap it around their neck and expect sleep to happen. But 2 hours later, the chin drops forward, the shoulders tighten, and the head keeps jerking awake. The passenger blames the pillow, but the real problem is that the pillow never passed the only test that matters. Can your head relax without collapsing? If your chin still falls forward, the pillow is not protecting your sleep. It is just sitting around your neck. For travelers over 60, this matters because a bad neck angle can turn into a stiff shoulder, headache, or upper back pain before landing. And once the neck keeps sending discomfort signals, the brain does not fully switch off. The solution. Before you trust a neck pillow on a long flight, test it while sitting upright, not lying down at home. The pillow that worked best was not the softest one. It was the one that held the head steady and stopped the forward drop. If it pushes your head forward, leaves your chin loose, or makes your shoulders rise, it may feel good at boarding but fail during the real flight. Softness feels nice for 10 minutes. Support still matters at hour 6. But the pillow is only one part of the problem. The next trick is the seat everyone thinks is perfect for sleep, until it quietly traps you. Number 9. The window seat test. The window seat can help you sleep, but only if you do not turn it into a prison. At first, it feels like the obvious winner. Nobody climbs over you. The cart does not hit your shoulder. You can lean slightly toward the wall. You control the shade. You feel protected from the aisle. For a long flight, that sounds ideal. But here is what I noticed. The window seat only worked when everything important was already within reach. Water, glasses, earplugs, eye mask, hoodie, medication, tissues, charger, a small snack. If those things were in the overhead bin, the window seat stopped feeling peaceful and started feeling inconvenient. This is very real for older travelers. You wake up thirsty, but you do not want to disturb 2 people. You feel cold, but your layer is above you. You need the restroom, but you wait too long because you do not want to bother anyone. The seat gave you privacy, but poor preparation took away comfort. The solution. Treat the window seat like a small sleep corner. Before takeoff, place your must-have items in the seat pocket, under-seat bag, or a small pouch you can reach without standing. Do not keep your only warm layer, medicine, glasses, or sleep tools overhead. A window seat works when you prepare it before the cabin gets dark. The wall helps. The privacy helps. But only if you are not trapped away from your own comfort. And this is where the aisle seat looks tempting because it gives you freedom. But freedom has its own sleep problem. Number 8. The aisle seat problem. The aisle seat feels convenient until the cabin keeps touching you all night. You can get up whenever you want. You can reach the overhead bin. You do not have to climb over anyone. For seniors with stiff knees, bladder concerns, or a need to move more often, that can be a real advantage. But for sleep, the aisle seat has a hidden cost. A passenger brushes your arm. A bag taps your shoulder. The cart rolls past. Someone grabs your seat back while walking. A seatmate wakes you because they need to leave the row. None of these moments feels huge, but together they break sleep into pieces. And broken sleep is frustrating because you remember closing your eyes, but you do not feel restored. The solution. Use the aisle seat as a movement seat, not a perfect sleep seat. Keep your arms and legs inside your space. Do not lean into the aisle when trying to sleep. Put headphones on before the cabin gets noisy, not after you are already irritated. Keep your seatbelt visible over the blanket so crew do not need to wake you during checks. The window protects sleep from people. The aisle protects movement from being trapped. Choose the seat based on which problem matters more to your body. This next one is important because it does not look like a sleep mistake at all. It looks like dinner. Number 7. The meal timing test. The full meal tray can steal your best sleep window without looking guilty. This happens quietly. The lights stay bright. The crew starts service. Everyone opens trays. Food arrives. Then dessert. Then coffee or tea. Then everyone waits for cleanup. By the time the cabin finally settles, your body is full, thirsty, warm, and not ready to rest. The trick that worked was not skipping food completely. That can backfire too, especially if you take medication with food or need steady energy. The trick was eating lighter before the sleep window, so the body did not spend the next 2 hours fighting digestion. This is why long-haul sleep research matters. Reuters reported in June 2026 that Qantas is designing future ultra-long-haul flights around sleep, light, movement, and meal timing, with researchers helping shape the cabin experience for flights that can stretch close to 20 hours. For older travelers, meal timing can affect more than comfort. It can affect reflux, blood sugar, blood pressure, bathroom timing, and how heavy you feel after landing. The solution: do not treat the tray like you must finish everything just because it arrived. Eat enough to stay comfortable, but avoid turning the first service into a heavy dinner if you plan to sleep soon. Skip late coffee or tea if you are trying to rest. Keep a small snack nearby for later so you are not forced to choose between being too full now and hungry later. The meal tray is not just food. On a long flight, it is a sleep decision. Once food stops fighting the body, the next trick gives your brain something economy seats rarely offer: privacy. Number 6. The hoodie privacy trick. A hoodie can work better than a fancy travel gadget because it makes the cabin feel less public. That sounds small, but it matters. Even with your eyes closed, part of your brain keeps checking what is happening around you. Screens glow, crew walk by, seatmates shift, reading lights turn on, someone opens a shade. The cabin may be quiet, but it still feels like a place where you are exposed. A hoodie, scarf, or soft jacket creates a little border. It gives you darkness, warmth, and privacy at the same time. It tells the brain, you are done paying attention for now. For senior travelers, the warmth matters too. Cold shoulders and a cold neck can quickly become stiff muscles. Stiff muscles create lighter sleep, and once the body starts tightening, every small cabin interruption feels louder. The solution: keep one soft layer at your seat before takeoff. Do not put your only hoodie, scarf, or light jacket in the overhead bin. Use it before you get cold, not after your shoulders are already tight. The goal is not to hide from the airplane. The goal is to create a small, calm boundary between your body and the cabin. If your layer is above you, behind someone else's roller bag, it is not a sleep trick. It is luggage. If you have ever landed from a long flight feeling older than when you boarded, this is exactly why preparation matters. Subscribe now, because this channel is here to help older travelers reach the airport smarter, calmer, and less exhausted. Now let's talk about sound, because most passengers try to make the cabin silent. That is not what actually worked. Number 5. The noise trick that actually worked. The best airplane sound is not beautiful. It is boring. Music helped for a few minutes, but then the mind started following it. A podcast distracted me, but one interesting sentence pulled me awake. A movie blocked the cabin, but now the brain was chasing a story. The sound that worked was steady and forgettable. White noise, brown noise, soft rain, low instrumental sound with no lyrics. Something flat enough that the brain did not need to listen. That matters because airplane noise is not only loud, it is unpredictable. A seatbelt chime, a cartwheel, a lavatory door, a baby cry, a cough, a wrapper opening, a phone falling. The brain can ignore steady noise much better than surprise noise. For travelers over 60, this can be especially useful because sleep may already be lighter. A sudden sound may not fully wake you, but it can pull you out of deeper rest and leave you stuck in that shallow half-sleep that never feels refreshing. The solution: choose sound that makes the airplane boring. If the audio makes you think, follow a story, remember lyrics, or wait for the next sentence, it is not helping sleep. Use boring sound early, before the cabin gets irritating, and keep the volume safe and comfortable, just enough to soften sudden noise, not blast your ears for hours. If the sound entertains you, it may keep you awake. If it bores you, it may help you rest. Now pay close attention, because number 4 looks like a small comfort detail, but it can change how your whole body feels after landing. Number 4. The foot position test. On a plane, sleep often fails below the knees. You may think the problem is the pillow, seat, or noise. But after a few hours, the real reason you keep waking up may be your feet, ankles, knees, and lower back. Feet swell, shoes tighten, ankles feel heavy, knees float awkwardly, hips lock. The body is not in sharp pain, but it is uncomfortable enough to keep interrupting sleep. That is the dangerous thing about long flights. You do not need major pain to lose rest. Small discomfort repeated for hours is enough. CDC travel guidance says sitting for a long time without getting up and walking can cause blood to pool in the legs, and it recommends standing, walking occasionally, and exercising calf muscles during long trips. For older travelers, this is not just about comfort. Stiff ankles and swollen feet can make the first walk after landing feel much harder. And if the body feels trapped, the brain does not fully trust sleep. The solution: change your lower body position before discomfort gets loud. Keep feet flat for a while. Move ankles gently. Adjust heels. Relax the knees. Stand or walk when the seatbelt sign is off and it is safe. If you use a small bag or foot position for support, make sure it does not block anyone or create a tripping problem. Do not wait until your legs are already angry. The goal is not to do a workout in the aisle. The goal is to stop your body from feeling locked in place. And this connects with the next trick, because some travelers wait until their feet are swollen before using the one item that should have been part of the plan from the start. Number 3. The compression sock rule. Compression socks are boring, and that is exactly why many travelers ignore them. Nobody packs them with excitement. Nobody thinks they are the secret to better sleep. But on a very long flight, boring can win because boring fixes the problems that keep waking you up. Compression socks do not magically put you to sleep. What they can do, for many travelers, is reduce that heavy, tight, swollen leg feeling that makes rest harder. And for older passengers, that can change the whole landing experience. But the important word is appropriate. If you have circulation issues, diabetes, swelling, a history of clot risk, or other medical concerns, this is something to ask your doctor about before travel. Do not treat compression like a random travel trend. The right type, fit, and timing matter. The solution: if compression socks are right for you, put them on before the problem begins, not after your feet are already swollen. Use them with movement, not instead of movement. They can support your legs, but they do not replace ankle circles, calf movement, standing, or short walks when safe. Less leg discomfort means less body noise. Less body noise means better rest. But the next trick is different. It is the shortcut some passengers whisper about, and it is the one you should be most careful with. Number 2. The sleep medicine warning. A long flight is not the place to test a sleep aid for the first time. This is where people get tempted. A pill, a supplement, a stronger sleep medicine, something that makes the flight disappear. And yes, some travelers use sleep medicine under medical guidance. But the airplane is not your bedroom, and a 14-hour flight is not a good place to discover how your body reacts to something new. The cabin can change quickly. Turbulence happens. Announcements happen. Seatmates move. You may need to use the restroom, follow crew instructions, answer a question, protect your belongings, or wake clearly during descent. So the real question is not only, will this help me sleep? The real question is, will I wake up safely when I need to? Mayo Clinic's jet lag treatment page says sleep medicines are usually recommended only for people who have not been helped by other treatments, and it notes possible side effects such as confusion, morning sleepiness, and other reactions. For senior travelers, this matters even more. Grogginess, dizziness, confusion, or balance problems can make descent, immigration, baggage claim, or a tight connection much harder. The solution. Do not try a new sleep aid for the first time on a plane. Talk to your doctor before travel, especially if you already take medication. If you use anything for sleep, understand the timing, dose, and how your body reacts before airport day. A sleep trick should not make arrival harder. It should help you land in control. Sleep is not useful if you wake up unsafe. The goal is rest you can recover from. And now we reach the method that made the biggest difference because it changed the whole flight from random dozing into a plan. Number 1. The 2-block sleep method. The biggest mistake is trying to sleep randomly. That is how many long flights fall apart. You bored tired, watch something, eat because the tray arrives, scroll because the lights are on, try to sleep because everyone else is sleeping, wake up because service starts, drink water because your throat is dry, doze again, then panic when the flight map says only a few hours remain. By landing, you cannot tell if you slept 2 hours or 7. You just feel strange. The 2-block method worked because it stopped treating the whole flight as one giant sleep attempt. Instead, it protected one main sleep window and one lighter rest later in the flight. The first sleep was the real one. The second was not meant to knock you out until touchdown. It was meant to take the edge off before arrival without waking up confused during descent. Mayo Clinic's jet lag guidance says to sleep on the plane if it is nighttime at your destination, but resist the urge to sleep if it is daytime where you are going. It also notes that older adults may need more time to recover from jet lag. That one idea changes everything. The goal is not to sleep as much as possible. The goal is to sleep when it helps your first day after landing. The solution. Before the flight, look at the time where you are landing. Protect one main sleep window that matches destination night as much as possible. Later in the flight, use a lighter rest only to feel calmer, not to sleep straight into landing chaos. Wake early enough to drink water, stretch gently, find your glasses, check your documents, put shoes on properly, and switch into airport mode before descent begins. For senior travelers, that is the real win. Not sleeping 14 hours. Arriving able to function. Good airplane sleep is not just about closing your eyes. It is about opening them at the right time. Now I'm curious. Which one would you actually try on your next long flight? The hoodie privacy trick, the foot position test, the compression sock rule, or the 2-block sleep method? Tell me in the comments, because your answer may help another traveler prepare better before their next trip. And if you want your next flight to feel calmer, smoother, and less exhausting, make sure you subscribe. Because a long flight should not decide how your first day feels. The more you understand what actually works inside the cabin, the more control you have before you land.